All right. So
All
what
right.
is
So
the
what
KKK?
is the KKK? All right. Well, as all of us know, the
Yes.
KKK, also known in full form as the Ku Klux Klan, is an American white supremacist hate group. So they believe, or well, their beliefs, the Klan's beliefs, is that whites, more specifically American whites, WASPs, are genetically superior to every other race. So that leads them to the general hatred, intolerance, and lynching of other races, especially blacks. And the
Yes.
Klan has a very well-known uniform, which is pure white
Yes.
robes,
All white.
and can also be told by the cone hat that they all have.
Yes. All
All
right.
right, so the Klan, right, has actually existed at three different eras in the history of the United States. But today we're going to be focusing on the first rebirth of the Klan after it
Yeah.
died out in 1871, which was caused by the film made by D.W. Griffith. D.W. Griffith,
Griffith.
okay,
Yes.
called The Birth of a Nation, which came out in 1915. So this film, right, was originally called The Klansman, and it's a 3-hour silent epic drama which made about 50 to 100 million bucks at the box office in 1915, right?
It was even
Which,
showed, yeah, in the White House, like for like an actual screening, endorsed by the current president at the time, Woodrow Wilson, which is pretty horrible, honestly.
yeah.
All
So
right.
Birth of the Nation ran more than 3 hours in length, all right? And the amount that it grossed at the box office today actually made about 1 to 2.5 billion in today's currency at the box office alone. So that's crazy, right? But what the real interesting thing about the film is what it's about, right? Because The Birth of a Nation, uh, it's a long film, and it's all about how, well, if you can guess from the original name of the film, The Klansman, it's all about these two families in America, and the way that Griffith, and the writer of the story, Thomas Dixon Jr., portrays the film. It makes the people who start the Klan in the film as part of the plot to look out to be the protagonists, and they fight against the dirty blacks.
All right. Okay. All right. So, second coming of the KKK, or its rebirth, as people call it, first arose in the South during the Reconstruction era, and was experienced a resurgence right after the First World War in the 1920s. And they were viciously racist organization that employed violence and acts of terror in order to assert their white supremacist motive and maintain a strict racial hierarchy, basically. And although most of the KKK's savagery and horror was aimed at African Americans, their hatred extended also to immigrants, Catholics, Jews, liberals, and progressives. Its revival in the 1920s was basically just the demonstration of society coping with the effects of industrialization, urbanization, and immigration, and just basically just lashing out on other racial groups as a result.
Yeah. Also, did you know that the whole thing that's tied to the KKK, right, which is the burning of the crosses, actually came not from the first KKK, as in the first KKK that was around in the 19th century, actually did not burn crosses, and the whole idea of that came from the movie The Birth of a Nation.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay,
All
where's
right.
the
So what are the major things that the KKK were up to? Well, in August 8th, 1925, there was a very public KKK parade that had more than 50,000 members marching in the streets in Washington, D.C., right? And around 1920s, the mid-1920s, the KKK actually reached a peak in society, and they became so open about it that you could find in some parts of the countries local KKK groups that sponsored, baseball teams, father-son outings, weddings, uh, junior baseball leagues, festivals, road rallies. And in the fall of 1923, an outspoken member of the KKK was actually elected mayor of Youngstown, Ohio. So, around this time, we're seeing a lot of people joining the KKK, and it's estimated that they had, about 5 million members at its peak in 1925. So that's when they start normalizing the idea of the KKK and this white supremacist to many average Americans who start seeing that, okay, yeah, uh, white supremacy is like a real deal, and it's something that a lot of people experience, so I should sort of do it too. And then there's that herd mentality that builds up, and it sort of normalizes these people to the discrimination and racial intolerance of others.
All right. Okay,
All right,
just
cool.
cut,
Next
just
question.
cut, just fucking cut. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So next is
How long was that?
I don't know. I'm not fucking keeping track. Oh shit.
Okay, it's fine.
Alright,
It's fine.
it's fine. Yeah, I reckon it's
Next
about one
question.
plus. Okay.
Okay, I thought that was
yeah.
like 3 minutes.
I really don't
Next
know.
question.
Can always
Was
just
it popular in the 20s? Okay, that
We
one.
already
can
covered
skip
it,
because
right? Yeah,
I said
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So
okay.
what did the KK2?
Okay, number 3.
What did the KK?
What did they do in the 20s? What did the okay? Oh, I also kind of said that.
Oh fuck. Well, it was like a long.
Oh, it's fine. It's
yeah,
fine. It's fine. We can say others. We can say others. So we talked about.
Okay, what did they do in
Wait.
the 1920s? Actually, hold on. American newsletter.
Oh, talk about the decline. The decline.
Decline of the KKK.
Yeah, you see the third point in the popularity.
Oh, you're reading the dog. Okay. Republican, Grand Dragon, Indiana, in late 20s. So you want me to just read points 3 and 4?
4 we already kind of read, right?
Okay, then I'll just do 3, and then that's about it for the third question, which was, what did they do in the 1920s? How did they contribute to the growing intolerance of blacks in the 1920s? We also gonna talk about that. What the fuck? Okay.
Wait, talk about what? Talk about what?
Growing in, like, how they contributed to growing tolerance of blacks in the 1920s.
I said that already.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll read off point 3 and. Well, okay. What else? Okay. What the fuck else is? There's a lot of things at the top.
There's a lot of things. So you talk about the rape thing. That's pretty bad. I'll just highlight this.
Yeah. Just.
Okay.
I'm
And
out.
then,
Yeah. Right.
Segregation laws, Jim Crow laws. Yeah. Wait, was Jim Crow laws? Oh yeah. Yeah, Jim Crow laws were around that time.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so then we can just bounce off right onto that point, and then you can lead off after that with point 5, which was what other groups were fucking affected by this, right?
Wait, no, but isn't that another question?
Yeah, no.
Wait.
So like after okay, so I'll just do this part also. Hold on.
Yeah.
Highlight yellow. Okay, so I'll just do all the highlighted parts, and once I'm done reading those 2 sections, we can just move on to the next one more, because I'm pretty sure we already have a decent amount of time. Okay.
Okay, so what do you talk about? What do you talk about?
I'll talk about membership decline,
Membership.
the case of the fucking the Grand Dragon, and then move on to Jim Crow laws.
Grand Dragon.
Yeah, fucking Grand Dragon, bro.
What a badass name.
That's fucking epic. Just all a bunch of depressed, fucking hateful D&D players. Jesus. Okay. Then I'll go about Jim Crow laws, and then basically that's just paragraph of highlighted shit.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of national changes. Okay, I'll read it off the thing.
Yeah, so, and then you read up that, and then we just cut, and then we move on to the last question.
In 1944, the IRS filed a lien for
Fucking IRS!
685,000 in back taxes against the Klan, and the
Jesus.
Klan went bankrupt.
Shit. Okay, no, okay, so then we
Okay.
just finish off the last, the point before we move on to the last one there. Then we just, we see how long.
We'll talk about how it shut down. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
I will start, alright. Then,
Okay, start.
okay, resume, okay.
Okay, resume.
Alright. Many states also passed this. Oh, fuck! I started at the wrong point!
Jesus. Let's do it again.
Okay. Resume. Am I still recording? Okay, yeah. Alright, resume. Yep, okay, so their membership actually started declining rapidly after 1925. One reason for this was actually...
Oh, wait, no, Josh.
What?
I got a better way of introing it.
Okay, go.
Are we?
How?
When just say 1, 2, 3.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, but you said Cohen. I thought there were three renditions of the KKK. What? How did the second one end? That's so shit. No mind. Just read. No, fuck that. That's retarded. I didn't think of a natural way to say it to like do it.
Okay. So, okay, then we can just go like, oh, wait, since there were 3 instances of, high popularity
No,
of
that's
the...
retarded.
Yeah,
No,
fuck
don't
it,
say
it's
that.
fine, we just go. Okay, just
Okay, yeah,
fucking go.
just go.
Okay, actual resume, okay. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Alright, actually, their membership started rapidly declining after the 1925. Fuck, I read the wrong... Ah, shit! I'm retarded. I'm actually
Yeah.
retarded. Okay, fuck.
Okay, you want me to start it?
Yeah, go. You go. Start.
Yeah. Okay. Say it 3, 2, 1.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
So the thing about the second installment of the KKK was that although it peaked in 1925, right, by 1930 there were only about 30,000 members left, or no members left. So I know what you're thinking. How did it all drop down that quickly?
Alright, yeah. So, I'll lead off of that. So, the membership actually started rapidly declining after 1925. One reason for this was that the Grand Dragon, the head of state at the time, D.C. Stephenson, in Indiana, was put on trial for raping and mutilating his female assistant, Madge Oberholzer, at the time. Reports said that there were human bite marks all over her body. The victim overdosed after the attack, and the evidence was given a sworn statement on her deathbed, which attracted a great deal of publicity, and Stephen was found guilty and sentenced to life imprisonment. Now, just around this time, the Jim Crow laws happened, which were basically just segregation laws, and many states started passing this law. And because of this, many people lived in poverty in ghettos and were susceptible to squalid treatment. And athletic clubs, which consisted of Irish and Polish gangs who basically didn't care about black people at all, basically started crime against black people in the ghettos, and there was a huge spike in that, along with discrimination leading to separate schools for different races, along with hospitals, libraries, and other public services and facilities that carried on with that. And from then on, after the Jim Crow laws were passed in many states, discrimination amongst black people was highly significant, and they were started to be seen as inferior and childlike amongst many races, which is pretty awful. Alright. Cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut.
Okay, so what do we do after this?
Okay, I can talk about the attacks against black people, like, because most of the people were okay, but then there were a lot of independent KKK groups that branched off,
Ah, fuck. Alright.
and then those guys were the ones that attacked all the black clans and
Okay.
stuff.
Alright, sicko. So then after we finish off with that point, then we go about the last question, which was intolerance of other racial minorities. Okay, just when you're ready, just let me know.
Wait, let me check something real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, ready?
Okay. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, but one thing that people might not know about the Klan during its decline in the late 1920s is that a lot of the violent attacks and sort of opposition against the rising civil rights movements weren't actually just from the Klan themselves, but these independent KKK groups that branched off and acted a lot more violently. So a lot of KKK members who came from independent Klan groups were actually implicated in the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing on a Sunday in September 1963, which ended up killing 4 African American girls and injuring 22 other people. In fact, these guys were getting so bad that members of the Communist Workers' Party ended up fighting against them. The Communist Workers' Party, right, are the guys who followed the policies of Mao Zedong and had its origin in the 1973 in New York as a splinter group of the Communist Party USA. These are the guys that in November 3rd, 1979, in Greensboro, actually had a death to the Klan march that fought against the Klan and became a site of major civil rights actions later down the line, right?
Yeah.
If anything, the Communist Workers' Party started distributing flyers that called for radical and even violent opposition to the Klan, which meant that, if you think about it, the Klan was reaching a point that it was so bad that they were fighting against communists. And this ended up leading to the Greensboro massacre on the November 3rd during the march, where there were 5 deaths and 12 plus non-fatal injuries. Alright, cut.
Alright, cut. Fuck it, you sounded like you're literally going to laugh the whole fucking time. What the fuck? Hey guys, you know about the communist group? The fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Are you done? Okay.
So then now we
You were recording the singing? No, it was. Okay. What's next? What's the? Oh wait, how long do we have?
I don't know. I'm not fucking checking.
Oh, it's the other racial groups. Other racial groups.
Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty fucking sure we have enough content for at least 5-6
Okay, this one we got a
minutes.
lot of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Age. Okay, we have Jewish intolerance, Native.
Okay, we'll start with
intolerance.
Jewish because that's the most.
Okay, and then I'll
And then we'll
finish
go
off
to-
with okay, so you can continue off
Jewish. How are we gonna do it? Jewish, Native, and
with and Asian.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you do Jewish. I will do Native American
other two.
and Asian. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Okay,
how we just start with Native American law. And
Okay,
then-
I'll just go down.
Yeah, we just go down the line. Okay. All right. Let me just read this over real quick.
Why don't you just read it off? I just read everything off pretty much, and then paraphrase some stuff.
Yeah.
Kids were forced to go
Yeah.
to boarding schools where they were encouraged to make fun of their parents and values. Jesus.
That's pretty scuffed, dude. Fucking hell.
Mm.
Alright, okay. Okay, okay, resuming in 3, 2, 1.
Wait, so we'll have Ara's soundbite over this and then ours, right?
What do you mean?
Okay, cool. No, we'll have like this will be segued by Ara's soundbite
Yeah.
asking a question. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so wait,
Okay.
what does she say exactly?
So she says, I'll read it as she says it.
Yeah.
Was there intolerance of other racial minorities, and who enforced the discrimination, and what happened?
Okay. So, and then I'll go. Alright, so there were 3 other racial groups that were mainly targeted.
Yeah.
And affected
then
by this. Yeah. First of all, we have the Native American tolerance, and I'll read it from there.
Yeah, then I'll
Okay,
read the
okay,
Jewish
okay.
really long
Easy
one,
clap,
and you
easy
say
clap.
finally the Asians, well, the ones that we... Okay, ready?
Wait, wait, what the fuck? Okay, do we want to do cuts?
Wait, give me a sec, yeah?
Where's Russ?
In the room. I'm trying to record something for my school project, so...
Oh, okay, I shall just say this once, I shall be quiet.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, Godma and I are going to see a National Museum. Here is a National
Okay, yeah.
Museum retro packaging exhibit that she's been wanting to show you.
Sounds nice.
So
Okay.
anyway, we're meeting at 6, and then we're gonna have dinner out. And I realized our home is still in Bali. Would y'all like to come and meet us for dinner?
What time?
Like the Metro packaging.
No, it's on Stamford Road. It's in town. It's
Okay.
near Raffles City Plaza, Sing,
Okay.
anywhere
Yeah,
around
sure.
there. Okay? Can someone think of a place?
Well, now having dinner already with it.
Yeah.
We could wait for you all like in the just come out.
Okay. Yeah.
We see the catering office. Or they want to come home.
Well, I'm probably going to stay at home because I saw the software before.
I'd like to stay back for my maths.
That's so that I can go eat with you.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay. Good
How are
night.
you going?
Oh, I need to take my job, take my hat medicine.
Oh,
Okay, everyone, I need to record this. I need to
Hey
record
guys,
this.
school night.
how much longer?
Like, dude, it's fine. You can just walk through. I just need to finish. I'm at last bit.
Guys?
Still not on the phone.
Oh my god.
Cox needs to record something. Can you go and learn English?
Josh.
Yeah.
What do you think, John? Shall I ask the kids to take? What? How are you?
Fucking hell. Shit.
Okay, why don't you just talk about upstairs?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Alright,
cool.
alright.
Sicko.
Ready?
Okay. Wait. I'm recording this whole time. Fuck, you're gonna have to cut all of this out, dude.
Oh, are we recording?
I didn't stop recording. I just fucking just said cut.
Okay, alright.
It's one huge ass sound clip. Okay. Alright, okay,
It's
we're
fine.
gonna stop.
We not use this.
Alright. Okay, so
Okay.
insert our soundbite and then I'll start in.
Okay.
Okay.
Just say 3,
Okay,
2.
3, 2, 1. Yes, there were 3 main racial groups that were actually targeted. 3 other main groups that were targeted in racial intolerance. First one would be Native American intolerance, second would be Jewish intolerance, and third and final one will be Asian intolerance. I'm gonna lead off with the Native American one. Right, so...
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god! Fuck!
What? I didn't know what you were saying.
Shit!
Oh my god.
It's fucked.
Okay, you have to wait. Go up first.
What the fuck?
Jesus.
Fucking scam.
Jesus.
Okay, can I repeat?
No, not yet. Wait.
Okay. Alright, just stop me.
What are you doing? Okay.
Huh?
Who's recording it to you?
Josh.
Hi.
Yeah, I was in the middle of doing it, but I just stopped.
Why?
Because you said what like really loud while we were recording. Jesus. Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Wait. Not yet.
I'm actually tripping. This is so weird.
God damn it. Mark, can you close the door?
Okay. For the next couple of weeks, meet.
Oh my god, wait. Yeah.
It's okay. I'll send you to school. Night.
Okay, night. Okay. Alright, ready.
Okay. Okay, so resuming in 3, 2, 1. Yes, there were 3 main racial groups that were also targeted and highly intolerant of. First one being African. Fuck! I read the wrong one. Son of a bitch. Okay, this is gonna be so hard for you to edit. I am so sorry. Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Yep. So there were actually 3 other main racial groups that were also targeted and highly intolerant of. Them being Native American intolerance, Jewish intolerance, and Asian intolerance. I'm gonna start off with the first one. So Native American intolerance, and the main thing people were intolerant of was basically white authorities, basically trying to whitewash all Native American Indians. Kids were forced to go to boarding schools where they were encouraged to actually make fun of their parents and their values. And children from the same tribe were separated to destroy all senses of tribal identity among them. And children were also found speaking their native tongue were beaten in their own schools, which is pretty messed up. Big yikes.
Yeah.
and whole tribes were actually forced to convert to Christianity. Many Indian traditions were also banned. For example, sundance, boys having long hair, wearing traditional clothes and headdresses, etc.
Right, all this was pretty bad, but the main racial group that were being intolerated by Americans in the 1920s were actually the Jews, right? And this is where we take a trip into a case study of our good friend Henry Ford. So Henry Ford, right, had his own newspaper called the Dearborn Independent that had a circulation of over 500,000 copies throughout the USA. And Ford, right, he's a funny character, right? And he always stood up for what he believed in. And in this case, what he believed in was was stuff that I gotta redo it. Shit. Just cut it out. Cut out the Jew stuff.
Cut the Jew stuff.
Cut out
No
the Jew
to
stuff.
future Cohen. Cut out
You
the
can,
Jew
you
stuff.
can, you can keep your Native American stuff, but
Yeah.
just cut out the Jew stuff.
stuff.
Okay, I'll restart from the Jew stuff.
Okay, go. 3, 2.
All this stuff. Oh, yeah, okay.
Fuck. Okay, 3,
Okay, 3, 2,
2,
yeah, let's take-
1, go.
All this stuff was pretty bad, but the main racial group that was being intolerated in the 1920s at the time by Americans were actually the Jews. And this is where we take a dive into the case study and mind of our good friend Henry Ford. So Ford at the time had his own newspaper, right, called the Dearborn Independent. And at its height, it had a circulation of 500,000 copies. Now Ford is a guy, right,
Yes, he is the guy.
that stands up and always speaks out about his beliefs. And in this case, his beliefs were that the Jews were horrible people that wanted to destroy America from the inside out. So, to go into more detail, right, in May of 1920, the Dearborn Independent carried out the first of a series of anti-Semitic articles called The International Jew. So over the next few weeks and months, readers were treated to exposés such as the fact that Abraham Lincoln had been assassinated by Jewish bankers, jazz had been invented by the Jews to demoralize the American people, Jewish doctors were inoculating white people with syphilis, and a lot more, right? So Ford was a staunch believer in the international Jewish conspiracy to dominate the world, and he was, as far as he was concerned, he was just warning the American people about it. In fact, he warned so many people about it, and he was such a large figure in the 1920s that he didn't end up warning just the American people, but also their friends, the Germans.
Yes.
So, over the course of the 1920s, the International Jew was translated into 16 languages. And it just so turned out that one of those 60 languages were German. So, at this point, the International Jew became one of the mainstays of Nazi propaganda, going through an incredible 6 editions by the end of 1922. In fact, when Adolf Hitler himself was interviewed by the Chicago Tribune in March of 1923, he went out of his way to sing the praises of Heinrich Ford in his anti-Jewish articles, describing him as the leader of the US fascism. And yes, he did have a picture of the Ford automobile on his office wall. So, after the sort of the cooling down of all the racial intolerance around 1927, Ford was forced to retreat from his public championing of anti-Semitism. However, he refused to repudiate the International Jew, which remained in print in many countries. As such, he employed Fritz Kahn, the leader of the pro-Nazi German-American Bund, and covertly financed the activities of the American fascist and anti-Semite Gerald Smith. As far as Ford was concerned, Franklin Roosevelt, the president, was part Jewish, and he was convinced that the US trade union movement was the work of Jewish bankers out to destroy the American industry. The New Deal was the Jew deal, and inevitably, the Second World War was also apparently the work of the Jews. In fact, when a pro-Nazi gathering of US businessmen met to celebrate the German victory over France in 1940 of June, Ford sent his son Edsel to represent him, and the Führer was grateful. In fact, for a bunch of friends who were in very far places at the time, they actually had quite a strong relationship. And on 30th July 1938, Hitler sent Ford congratulations on his 75th birthday and awarded him the Grand Cross of the Supreme Order of the German Eagle, an honor he shared with the likes of Hungarian dictator Admiral Horthy, General Franco of Spain, and of course Benito Mussolini.
Big yikes.
Yikes. Alright. Okay, last one. Asian tolerance.
Alright, cut.
Oh yeah, we're cutting? Oh, I thought
Yeah,
we could
no,
just cut it.
fucking Ian just fucking came in here. I was like, oh.
You
What the
know,
fuck? You literally just connected
Can we
and I
reset it?
instantly muted him. Fucking hell. Yikes. Right, okay. Actually, we can
did
do
you
like
catch
a...
that on the thing?
What?
You can hear like the ding, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's not really a big deal.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
Fuck. Oh, we can do like a little, like a cameo with fucking Ian just joining at the end.
Are you screen recording it?
I'm screen recording it, but I'll just convert it into an MP3 file if you want.
Well, I thought we could screen. No, we can't screen record. That's a bad idea. Okay, no, I'm. Because
Oh,
I can
yes.
see, hey, take me with you, and
Oh no!
KKK
Okay,
host one.
Jesus.
No. Alright, you do it. No, okay. Actually, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh no! We can. That'd be so fucking good. Yeah, no, we can do like a separate screen recording part where it's just us talking and then just Ian joins.
Makes no sense. Okay.
Oh no, we can do like fucking Ian with a KKK profile and just going, "I've come to kill you all."
I've come to kill you. Oh,
I've
shit,
come
the
to kill
Asian-
you all. Is that an Asian? I've come to kill
joining.
you.
It's just like two of us are like ching ching ching, and then Ian joins. I've come to kill you all. Oh shit! And you'll just leave.
Yeah, we just we just run to the getaway car below us in the channel. That'd be funny as shit.
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay,
We can just
alright.
deal with that later, along with the watching.
Okay, now we
of-
just talk
yeah.
about Asian intolerance. Go Asian intolerance.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Lastly, Asian intolerance. By 1924, with the exception of Filipino nationals, quote unquote, all Asian immigrants, including Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and Indians, were fully excluded by law, denied citizenship and naturalization, and prevented from marrying Caucasians or owning land. Filipinos were not legally excluded by the immigration laws because the Philippines was already annexed by the US as a result of the 1898 Spanish-American War. Racism and economic competition, intensified by the Depression of 1929, however, led to a severe anti-Filipino violence and passage of the Tiding-McDuff Act of 1933, which actually placed an annual quota of 50 on Filipino migration, effectively excluding their entry as well. Now, racism was also boosted by the reality of Western colonization and unequal power relations within Asia itself, the insatiable need for cheap labor that accompanied manifest destiny westward expansion and economic development in the US, and lastly, the influence of social policies and public attitudes that resulted from lack of knowledge about Asian people and racist notions of white superiority. Alright, that's basically it. Yeah.
Now
Alright.
it's time for my favorite shit. Okay, wait. Join my own call. You should screen record this bit. I'll solo.
Okay, wait, cut. Go on, cut. Alright. Okay, how are we gonna do this?
I'll call you.
Okay. Ah, yes.
Alright, it's time for my favorite segment. It is what is that show?
What is that show indeed?
Alright, so you can screen record it, I guess. What does it say in our? Oh, wait, we should probably get
It
rid
says
of all
Dick
the
Sellers on
chats.
the top. It
Shit.
says Dick Sellers on the top.
When,
Okay,
when
no.
you're recording it, what does it say? Okay, wait.
I'm recording it. It says, "Hey, take me with you, Cohen Dick Sellers," and everything on your screen.
Oh no, okay. Probably shouldn't. How about you? How about
I
you
can full screen it.
yours?
Yeah, I can full screen mine. Oh, what
the
the
hell?
fuck?
What the? Okay, I probably shouldn't have full screened it. The
I-
hell?
I'm full screening and it's fine.
That makes no sense. Okay, alright.
It's okay.
alright,
Yeah. All right. Oh
Alright,
wait,
start
I need to change. We need to change our profile pictures, dude.
Do I? Mine is okay.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
We
It's
can
fine,
just
it's
cut
fine,
out the bit with like our faces on the top right.
Yeah. All right. All right. Okay. Start screen recording.
Wait, what's going on? What is this?
So I'll say, all right, now it's time for our favorite segment.
Oh, hold on. Let me
React to that film.
wait. Let me stop recording this one so I can convert it to MP3 and then